We think of ourselves as fun-loving and of God as a humorless killjoy, but we've got it backward. It's not God who's boring, it's us. Did we invent wit, humor, laughter? No, God did. We'll never begin to exhaust God's sense of humor and his love for adventure. The real question is this: how could God not be bored with us? And that's a legitimate question, but he's not going to be, because he created us in his image, and he created many of us and people of every tribe and nation and language. And that's another phrase in Scripture that helps you on the narrow gate, is people of every tribe and nation and language. In the original Greek, every means every. There's people out there, and he's getting to them. He's sending his people to get to them, but one way or the other, he's getting representatives of every tribe and nation and language to follow him. And don't you love the passages that talk about the feasts? And there's so many of them. The banquets. Sitting down together. Now, what do you do at a banquet? See, to us, the dinner table, sadly, in most families, has become a very routine, kind of maybe brief exchange of communication. What they used to do after a hard day's work is they would sit down to dinner. They would laugh, tell stories, they would sing, they would have dramas. Somebody would bring out an instrument and start jamming, and people would sing ballads and tell stories and just all that, and then it gets dark, they light the candles, they keep doing it, they eat, they drink, they have desserts, and they were drinking more than grape juice, too. And Jesus made what was really called wine. And there's a different word for grape juice, and it's not the word that's used. He made wine. He actually made wine. And it was great wine. And so no matter what you're feeling on that subject, realize in that culture, the dinner time could last hours and hours. It was just the evening's entertainment was the dinner time. And so whenever Jesus is talking about these feasts, the apostles know. He didn't have to explain. And by the way, at these feasts, you'll have a good time. Of course, they knew what a feast was. Now go look at Old Testament Israel and look up the word feast and find how many special feasts were built into the calendar. It's shocking how many holidays they had. I mean, it's amazing. Part of one of the tithes paid for big dinners that they would have together. So yes, they would help the poor, and yes, they would help the priests, the Levites do their job. But there were so many things that are built into Scripture that it's as if they're invisible to us because maybe we don't understand the culture.